Hello everyone. On June 7th, our Pradhan Sevak announced a rollback on his much maligned and flawed vaccination policy. In hiding since his electoral loss in West Bengal, he emerged from his palace to take credit for all the successes and blame everyone from the opposition to the media for any faulty steps taken. In his speech, Modi blamed the vaccination shortages on the states for forcing the center to allow them to procure vaccines on their own. Besides the fact that international companies deal only with central governments, this would have been against international best practices and procedures. Is it easy to believe that this government, 56-inch government, would have been bullied into taking a bad decision? The states wanted decentralized distribution of vaccines. Centralized procurement is not a bad thing. Only 1.6 crore doses were ordered in January of this year, among the last nations in the world to do so. Our requirement to finish the vaccination process is for over 250 crore doses. Why was such a small order placed in the first place? This is the actual reason for why we are facing vaccination shortages today. This past week, scathing comments were made by the Supreme Court regarding this vaccination policy as arbitrary and irrational. The court asked for the government's data and logic behind this fragmented policy and asked for the dates of deliveries of vaccines, details of any payments made to vaccine companies, and asked for the file regarding the scheme to be submitted to them. Was Modi afraid that the Supreme Court would overturn his policy, thus exposing his lack of foresight and planning? It was also announced that 25% of the vaccines will be given to the private hospitals. Such a step is nothing but reservation for the rich and immoral in its design. Some hospitals have been charging as much as Rs 2,000 for a single dose of the vaccine. Such high prices keep vaccines out of the reach of the larger majority of the Indian population. The free provision of vaccines is a constitutional obligation of the Modi government to the nation. And knowing the track record of this government, a U-turn on this decision is also a possibility in the future. Claims were made yet again for Swadeshi made in India vaccines. The reality is this: only Covaxin is truly Indian. It is produced by Bharat Biotech and the ICMR in a public-private partnership model. Covishield has been developed by the Oxford University and AstraZeneca. The Serum Institute of India only produces this vaccine. No funds were given for the research or development. This was admitted by the government itself in the affidavit it submitted to the Supreme Court. Also, there are 3 government-owned firms that can produce vaccines, but only private companies have been allowed to do so. There are plans for 7 more vaccines to be produced in India. Will this be enough to call them as Swadeshi made in India vaccines when the truth is they have been developed by foreign companies, universities and governments? Prices of vaccines to be sold by the hospitals have been set. The price for Covishield is 780 rupees. The price for Sputnik is 1,125 rupees, and the price for Covaxin is 1,410 rupees. The amazing thing is that the Swadeshi made in India vaccine is the costliest among all 3. It seems that the Sood-Boot Sarkar is making sure that its corporate friends make huge profits so that they can buy electoral bonds for them in the future. Less than 4% of the entire population has been vaccinated. If we look at the per capita numbers, which is the number of total people vaccinated for every 100 people in the nation, we are at the lowest at 17 or 18 among all the major economic nations. A target to vaccinate 108 crore people by December this year has been set by the government. To achieve this target, we need to vaccinate around 1 crore people daily. Before May, our average was around 40 lakh per day. And now this number has come down to 18 lakh per day. 18 lakh per day. No clarifications were given as to how this target will be achieved. No explanations were also given as to why not enough oxygen plants were installed to meet our future demands. The tender for 162 oxygen plants was released in October of last year, but only 15 or 16 of them are fully functioning today. The poor cannot even register for vaccinations as they have no idea about the CoWIN app or have no access to the internet even if they do. When will walk-in vaccinations be allowed for them? And when will compulsory licensing be allowed for the vaccines? No answers were given. Leaders like Rahul Gandhi and Manmohan Singh have been giving constructive suggestions to Modi and his government to ease the effect of the pandemic. The childish response on their part has been to first taunt those suggestions and then absurdly implement them a few days later. It has also shown that a sustained pressure on a government from the public, opposition, mainstream media and the judiciary can alter decisions of a strong-arm government. A real 56-inch Prime Minister would have announced his changed vaccination policy in a press conference where the media would have been allowed to ask him questions. A speech prepared beforehand and delivered to us in front of a teleprompter does not inspire much confidence in the man. The mask is now completely off Modi, our Pradhan Sevak. He has shown his true colors to be nothing more than a Prachar Sevak, a vain, shallow man with low self-esteem and delusions of being superior and intelligent to everyone else. That's all for today, everyone. Goodbye.